Linguistics is defined as the study of language as a system.
This system is broken down into subdisciplines such as phonology, morphology, syntax, semantics,
explaining the organization of language. The result of successful utilization of all these elements is discourse. Discourse is a context and meaning that can be explained through the examination of stylistics and then turned through genres, registers, cohesions, and modality.
Confusing? Allow me to shed a little light. How many of you can recognize these sounds without images? Linguistics can go beyond the written word. It is a system of organization that can be applied universally to anything with parts and a purpose. Video games is no exception, and I will be using Pac-Man to demonstrate this. Let's start with the first of our four sub-disciplines, morphology. Morphology is the study of individual components or elements that make up our language and also have the ability to stand alone. In the language of Pac-Man, our morphemes would be a wall, pellet, fruit, ghost, or Pac-Man himself. These are the smallest unit of this language that carry meaning. They are equivalent to individual words or suffixes. This is our written language. Building off of morphology and our established morphemes, it is understood that language generally has a sound system. This is our second discipline, phonology. The individual sounds attached to a morpheme is called a phenome. This is our spoken language. Each individual sound carries meaning. None of these will mean much of anything unless multiples of these elements are combined together to form something meaningful. This is what we consider as syntax, our third discipline. A wall is just a wall until you string it together to achieve something meaningful. Pac-Man is just a yellow ball until he's combined with pellets, which give him a purpose. Now we get into the last discipline in linguistics, which is semantics. Semantics is the meaning in a language. In this case, it is defining a purpose to my morphemes and phenomes. If this is a sentence, the meaning of this sentence is 500 points. If this is a sentence, the meaning is, you die. If all these subdisciplines are utilized, we have discourse. This is the connecting of words that go beyond just the forming of a sentence. So if we have these as our words, and these as some of our individual sentences, discourse would be this: the end result in video game development. But to go one step further, we have stylistics. The style is the understanding of the methodology of a specific discourse. Why an author or speaker chose how their language should function, such as why a video game developer would choose this style instead of an informal style or a more formal style. Each of these types describe a different genre and portray different registers where one can question its deeper meaning. But no matter what stylistics are applied, the most important thing is to achieve effective cohesion. In a video game, effective cohesion is very important. If you have code littered with bugs causing glitches, the success of the game greatly decreases. The same can be said of literature and conversations. Pac-Man is the perfect example of a successful language. Its purpose is clearly delivered, and Response was a multi-million-dollar franchise recognized by all and is still remembered and treasured to this day.